YouTubes, I am coming to you today not so much to play with trains or work on the trains, but to show you a new tool that I got for these videos. And I didn't get it specifically for these videos, but I did kind of get it specifically for these videos, if that makes sense. Talking over the last few days with a coworker, a fellow driver, and he got something that I had looked at for the last little while. I've seen other friends with it and doing their YouTube videos and that sort of stuff. And I'm like, that's cool, but I don't really have a purpose for it yet. But then he was telling me about other benefits of, when we're doing pre-trips, we're picking up somebody else's trailer, whatever the case is, if there's something that happens at the fuel island. And I thought, it's definitely got added benefits, and it could only really kind of benefit these videos as well. So what I am talking about are these snazzy looking, oh wow, oh, I'm actually recording right now, actually. hit the button. These Wayfair Rayban little, let me stop recording, there we go. Thankfully they got the transition lenses. I'm not used to having glasses on. Sunglasses are one thing, but these are typically not my style. I just feel really weird in them. Did get them with the transition lenses, so that'll kind of help if I'm outside. Then I won't feel as weird, but it's definitely weird looking at my eye through glasses. But anyways, that is not the point. The point of this video is these will actually record in, I've heard 3K, but I think it's 4K, I'm not sure. Either way, it shoots in pretty decent video quality and takes photos and that sort of stuff. So I'm thinking that when I am doing my modeling, not only is it good eye protection, in case, PPE is a good thing, I guess. But I typically end up forgetting to bring the camera and put it down and that sort of stuff. Now, every time I think about it, I will try to put the camera out. But I end up missing a lot of what I'm actually doing and the opportunity to explain it and, give some instructions or whatever, although I don't necessarily feel like I'm qualified to talk about some things sometimes, but still. Even if I'm wrong, it gives you a general idea of what not to do. But yeah, you will see from my actual vision, like my right there, as to what I'm doing. So if there's any hands in the way, it's, blocking my view as well. So, for instance, let's just go into the other room. All right, everybody, we are at my desk, and I really hope everybody's desk looks as jumbled as mine does. But full disclosure, there's a few things. Full disclosure, one, the past week or so, I have been in a funk, and I've talked about mental health on this channel in a lengthy video. And so I'm not here to depress anybody. I'm just letting everybody know that, it is something that some of us deal with, all of us deal with at some point. And don't let it get to you. Just try to do your best to get through, which is what I'm doing here. The other thing is that there's two things with this camera that I've noticed already trying to edit original video content. One, it shoots in a 3-minute segment, and I don't like that. I wish I would just go indefinitely or do even 3-minute blocks, but it shuts itself off and then you gotta go and restart it. So that's one thing that I don't necessarily like. The other thing, and the bigger thing that I don't like, is the fact that it doesn't give me the opportunity to change the frame size. I can't remember, the words escape me right now, but I can't change the film ratio to 16:9, which is what the rest of the videos are in for YouTube. And I hate that compressed where it's got the two narrow sides. I hate that style. So I have to say that I'm kind of on the fence at this point about it. They are going to come in handy for certain things, but I don't know if I'm going to continue to use it for these videos, but I'm still putting it out there. If I get positive feedback from it, because it does give you that first person aspect of some things, so we'll see how it goes from here. But those are just a couple of things that I had to get cleared up. So that was basically that. At this point, what I am going to be doing, because I was doing some scenic and doing the valance, but I just really haven't felt like it at this point. So I went through recently a tub full of old rolling stocks I had and wanted to go through what I wanted to keep, what needed work, and what I was going to sell or get rid of. And I've got some here that needed a little bit of work. This one here was a kit that I had bought. I weathered this one actually, used some Blair line graffiti, and I gotta say, I think this was like the third car that you can see the original blue is still kind of poking through, and there's some things that need to be kind of touched up on it. But overall, I am happy with how that one got weathered. So I needed to replace one of the coupler caps. This one here, one of the screws came loose and it wouldn't stay in anymore, so I had to replace that. And that screw also holds in part of this brace so the coupler can stay in, and that was missing, so I had to replace that. Ones like this, most of them are missing the coupler cap. This one actually had the old horn hooks, and so I needed to get good couplers in there, as well as it's got this funky weird, it's plastic and metal. I don't get that. The other one was just like it, so I'm replacing the wheels on that. And then setting it up on my little homemade tester here, just to make sure that the couplers are in fact at the right height, and I will go through and make sure the weights are good. I think they're good enough at this point, but yeah, this was made for that. Of course, you can see right down here, it said 1 ounce and 0.5 ounces for every inch, if you know the MNRA standard. So that's what I'm doing at this point to try to stay in focus with trains and kind of work through my bubble that I am in right now. So anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up. I hope you all enjoyed it. Let me know what you think of this format with the video like this. I don't know if I can really stretch it out to the 16:9 or anything like that. It's something that I would have to play around with, but I'm on the fence right now, so let me know what you think about it. And until my next video, I hope you all have fun and happy railroading, or model railroading, I guess.